It's the Mahatma Randy Show.
Oh, hello. I did not see you there. Welcome to episode of the Mahatma Randy Show. You know, when I was about 4, my family and I returned home from a very long absence. I think we've been gone for about 18 months. And the house was completely bare of food because obviously we'd emptied the fridge. But yes, I know, stop looking at the hair. I do it like this on purpose. Anyway, we'd emptied out the fridge before we went. So when we got back, it was 3 in the morning. We had forgotten that we'd emptied out the fridge, and we were all exhausted from traveling. So my dad ran out to the gas station, and he picked up just some random gas station food, potato chips and root beer. And he came back, and we ate that, and then we all went to bed. Yay! So anyway, I really liked the potato chips, and I really liked the root beer. And I told my mom, "Hey, Mom, can you get me some more of those potato chips?" And she said, "Well, yeah, sure." Yeah, and I said, "You know, the ones like Dad got." Yeah, sure. So she went out and she got Pringles. And I immediately knew that these were not the things that my dad... Stop staring at my hair. Anyway, I immediately knew that these were not the ones that my dad had got. And I would say, "No, these aren't the right ones. These are the other... Get the ones that Dad got." And her whole thing was, "They're potato chips. They're what he got." They're not. They are. They're not. They are. So that went on for a while. Then the next time I wanted potato chips, I said, "Hey, can you get not the ones that you just got, but the ones that Dad got when we got back from Montana?" And so she got Pringles again, even though those weren't the right ones. And I think by this point she doubted that we'd ever even been in Montana. This was, I don't know, maybe a month after we got back. And this went on for years and years and years and years and years. With me asking for potato chips and saying, "Not the ones that you got last time, but the ones that Dad got." And every single time she would get me Pringles, because I honestly think that she believed that that was what he got, or maybe she just remembered that she got them before and thought that I liked them, and every single time I complained about them. And eventually I just resigned myself to a sad and desperate little world in which nothing existed but Pringles and despair. Pringles, by the way, are not officially considered potato chips by the FDA. Whatever the low regulations they have for potato chips, Pringles don't match them. They're actually considered potato crisps, meaning that they are essentially sawdust with tiny bits of potato in the same room with them while they're being made. Unless the FDA has relaxed its standards on such things, in which case it's just flavored sawdust with somebody whispering "potato" over the vat while they cook. Stop staring at my hair. I do it on purpose. Anyway, this went on for a very, very long time, and I gave up on it. Now, the root beer part of the equation was easy to figure out. That was just frosty root beer. The kind that came in glass bottles with little fake icicles on the top. That stuff's great. But the potato chip thing, well, eventually I just learned to pick my battles and gave up on it. Flash forward 30 years. I am working in an insurance office, and every day I would get up at like 3 in the afternoon and go get a mid-afternoon snack, to which I owe my robust obesity today. I would walk across the parking lot to a Circle K, and I would grab a bottle of root beer or Coke or whatever, and a package of hog anus, which is what we called beef jerky. Different story around that one. Anyway, so one day I went over there, and they were all out of hog anus for some reason. And so I was forced to grab something else. They didn't have any potato chips that I liked. In fact, they were like really short-staffed for some reason. I think or short-stocked for some reason. I think there was a hurricane coming through or whatever. Anyway, so I grabbed myself some root beer, which just coincidentally happened to be frosty root beer, although it came in a can now. And I grabbed a random bag of potato chip-like things. I headed back to the office, and on the way I popped the bag open, grabbed one out, and took a bite. And instantly, a total sense memory of being a 4-year-old in Cocoa Beach, Florida, just came at 3 in the morning, just came flooding back into me. instantly I knew that this was the thing that my mom had forgotten existed and that my dad picked up at random chance in a fluke early life experience that no one could recreate because nobody remembered it clearly. I knew that this was it. Suddenly, beyond any shadow of a doubt, I'd actually managed to recreate this forgotten by everybody but me element from my early youth. It was as though heaven had descended upon my mouth in the form of a highly processed, overly salted, only questionably potato-based snack. And what was it, you ask? Munchos. It was Munchos. Which, to be fair to my mom, are also not officially qualified as potato chips by the United States Food and Drug Administration. If you've never seen these things, I am pretty sure the ones that I found when I was 34 were this from the same batch as they made when I was 4. As you can see, these things in no way resemble any natural product. In fact, I looked them up one time, and according to the U.S. Postal Association, they're actually listed as packing foam. And you can taste the packing foam in them. In fact, I believe that every Muncho ever made was part of a huge quantity made by the government, possibly for assisting the war in Vietnam, back in 1968, and they're still selling this stuff now. So, yeah. You should try them. They're disgusting. And strangely addictive. And probably more than 50 years old. Anyway, that's all I got for now. So, go away. I'm reading reviews from my book, The Undead at War and Other Stories. Links below. This one is from David Morris. 5 out of 5. Entertaining and clever. I really enjoyed the way Sean's disguises discussions of serious issues of belief and morality with light, goofy, chatty style. He did it well in Ice Cream and Venom, but here he's really hit a nice balance in the Undead series. He paints his universes with broadly satirical brush sometimes, but that's because I think there's a sincere humility in the way he presents some pretty weighty ideas. The silliness is an apology for the seriousness. There's no artifice with this guy. Because of that unself-conscious self-consciousness, that playfulness, Sean's can come up with stuff that's damned original. I'm pretty taken with his Undead stories. Another cool thing about Sean's is if an idea or story takes 10 pages to tell, he tells it in 10. If he needs more, he takes more. Novels may be a better career move, but I have a feeling the telling of these stories trump any expectations of reward. Why, yes, they do. Links below. Please buy a copy. Oh God, no!